Hi everybody, this is Paula with isellnorwich. I'm here with my partner, Linda Fitzsimmons.
Hello.
And we are leaving Groton and we're heading back towards Norwich, and we thought we would do some frequently asked questions with Linda. So Linda, I know a lot of times people ask us, what does EMD stand for and what is it exactly?
Right, that's earnest money deposit. That's when you're interested in a home and you put down a deposit towards the purchase, and you do receive it back if it's not accepted.
So is there like a minimum that I have to put down for that?
You know, most people think it should be 10%, but I have seen $500. There's also, you can put a second deposit down after your contract's been accepted, and I've seen that upwards to make the 10%, and I've seen that not at a zero also, and they'll pay it at the closing.
Okay. And so one more follow-up question. Let's say that I've approved and everything's sailing along just fine, and then somewhere along the way I change my mind. Do I lose my deposit?
If everything has been approved at that point, yes, you would lose your deposit, except if you'd gone through an inspection and did not like what the inspector had said, or they don't agree to have the items fixed, you could get your deposit back.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see, our next question. What closing costs should I be aware of when I'm buying a home?
People should be aware of, there's the agent's cost, there's the attorney's fees, there's the little fees as filing, there's state taxes, there's the fee if they had fuel in their tanks, you will reimburse the owners for the fuel. You'll also have the any closing costs associated with that.
Okay. And do I get that information before the closing?
Yes, you should. A few
Okay.
days before the closing, that information should be given you.
And that comes from my attorney?
Yes.
Okay, sounds very good. All right, so this isn't a trick question. What should I look for in a real estate agent besides, of course, wanting to work with me and Linda?
Well, I'd be looking for communication. One that's someone you get along with is nice, and that's willing to go no matter what time. I want to see a house, and as long as you have access, they're willing to go out with you. Give you the correct information for the home.
Sounds good. Okay, so what is an HOA and how does that work?
The HOA are usually associated with, well, first of all, HOA is Homeowners Association. That is usually with condos, mobile home parks, and that they incorporate a few things. Some of them will be covering the roads, some cover trash, some cover water. It depends what that home park is covering.
Okay.
You'd get the rules when you close.
If it was like a mobile home park, that would include like septic as well?
Yes.
Okay. And do they have those like with the 55 and older communities?
The HOA fees, yes, they do, and it's all different. And they range from, I've seen some as low as $150 all the way to $700.
Wow. I would imagine the more it costs, the more that they include?
Yes. Well, the one that I'm talking about, $600 and $700, they almost were their own town.
Oh.
They did their own roads. I mean, putting the roads in. So that's where all the fees. And some have clubhouses, pools.
Gotcha. Okay, so what does a real estate agent take into consideration, when they're going to negotiate the cost of, me buying a home?
Well, they'd go back to the office or their home and they'd go through the comparable comps. What does this home comp with? Almost you need down to the exact, like 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Also, how many days was it on the market? That's a big one. And condition is very big.
And would it also be something like if there was personal personal property, say a dining room table or something that we wanted to have included?
Yes, you could put that in, though the furniture does not go under when it's appraised.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, and so then finally, can you explain a little bit to us about how the process works for a renter and a landlord?
Well, once the renter sees the property they like, they have to fill out a credit check. Now, on the credit check, that has nothing to do with us. We do give the information to the landlord, but everything is up to the landlord. This is not an agent decision.
So we're just running a credit check that just screens like criminal background, eviction, that kind of thing?
Yes. And then what happens is they give a down payment. And that works two ways. Sometimes the down payment, which is the first month's rent, would go to the agency. Sometimes how they like to do it is it goes through the landlord, and then the landlord pays the agents.
Gotcha. Okay. So, let's do a follow-up to that. So, the agent, though, who rents the apartment, they're not responsible for collecting the rent or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Once they've decided that they're a good client and...
395 north towards Norwich.
It's GPS wanted to give their opinion.
That's it. Once that the landlord agrees, everything is collected through the landlord.
Good. Okay. Well, thanks, Linda. That's about all the questions we have today. But
All right.
if you have more questions or you'd like to ask a follow-up on any of these subjects, comment below. And as always, if you found this to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.